Halloween! Hello, my name is Rich and welcome to That Gaming Show and Merry Christmas. No, wait, it's wrong holiday. Happy Halloween! Saved it. But yes, happy Halloween and welcome to the Gaming Bucket List episode 2. If you don't know what the bucket list is, I recommend you go watch my previous video because that explains it pretty much. The Gaming Bucket List, if you don't know, is the 100 games you have to play before you die. Yes. It's as morbid as it sounds. The list, by the way, comes from this poster behind me. I don't really know what authority this list has, by the way. There are a few on there that I'm a bit iffy about, so I might have to take some creative license with it. For example, they put Pokemon Go as the Pokemon game you have to play before you die. That's obviously wrong. It's a good game, but it's not like the best Pokemon game. It's Sapphire and Ruby, obviously. I'm gonna start so much hate by saying that, but I don't care. It is the best Pokemon game. But unfortunately, there are things on this list that I really don't want to play. For example, sports games, which I don't really like that much, and horror games, which I avoid like the plague. Too soon? Sports games I just have no interest in, and when it comes to horror games, I'm a complete scaredy cat. Don't mind admitting it. I don't like being scared. I avoid everything horror related. Films, TV programs, games especially. However, there was one game on this poster that has always piqued my interest. And after finally beating Super Metroid, this game was an itch I just had to scratch. I'm of course talking about Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4.
What that guy said. And when we're done playing the game, we can then scratch off the poster to reveal the pretty achievement underneath. And that's what we're going to aim to do today. Also, why not play this game? Because it's Halloween. It's time to play spooky, scary stuff. So I'm actually going to start a brand new game on Professional to add a bit more of a challenge, and we'll find out if the game deserves to be on the bucket list. Yes, the Resi series, or known in Japan as Biohazard. No idea why it's called something different over here in the West, but apparently residents are evil and I may have to agree with them. Being the 6th edition to the Resident Evil line of games, if you include Code Veronica and Zero, and we always do in this house. And I have actually been following the Resident Evil games since the very beginning on PlayStation 1. Just, lurking in the background, not actually playing any of them. It annoys me that I'm a complete scaredy cat because these games, especially the remakes, look incredible. The visuals are outstanding and shooting zombies, solving puzzles, I mean, it's right up my street. But does it have to be so scary? But that's where Resident Evil 4 comes in. As a complete change in the genre, steering more towards action than horror, gaining critical acclaim very quickly and becoming a fan favourite for its story, gameplay and characters. The change also made it accessible for players like me to give it a go. Believe it or not, you don't actually have to play the other Resident Evil games to play this one. Set 6 years after the fall of Umbrella Corp, the evil guys behind the virus outbreaks, and we find our protagonist Leon S. Kennedy, the S stands for Sassy Pants by the way, a mercenary who was originally in Resident Evil 2, has now been hired to rescue the US President's daughter, and we find ourselves in an unknown European country, I'm gonna say Spain. Somewhere in Spain. And instantly when you start playing it, you realise, this is not like the other Resident Evil games. No, it's completely friggin' different. Because we've gone from the top-down, single-fixed camera to an over-the-shoulder, third-person action game. Now, this game, believe it or not, was the start of like the revolution of third-person action games. Even an earlier version strayed so far away from the Resi series that it became a brand new title. It's a small game called Devil May Cry. You may have heard of it. I spoke about it on my Should You Play review, you should go check that out when you get a chance. But the final release was Capcom's answer to shake up a series that was becoming stale. So, how do you do that? You take a likeable character, give him a rescue the princess scenario, add some cheesy dialogue, and make the gameplay incredibly fun. You also give him a hairstyle that was semi-popular at the time. And within the first 5 minutes, we quickly discover that nobody likes Leon's hairstyle as they try to cut it off.
Freeze!
Shoot him in the face, kick him down, knife him. Woohoo! Let's go. Whoa! Ah! 1 second. Ha! Unfortunately, the only downside of this game is that Leon controls like a tank. Now, I have no idea why they kept the controls from the previous games, but here we are. You can only really move forward and back, and you turn left and right. So, like a tank, there is almost zero free movement. I guess the idea is to make you feel more vulnerable and claustrophobic because you're amount of movement you have, you're not going to be able to get out of these situations easily. And you got other things as well. You can't shoot unless you hold down your L2 button and you move using your right analog stick. You press L1 to get your knife out, and then even then you're limited to hell to where you can move. Oh, the doggy. Poor thing's been hurt. Always save the dogs. If you can't pet the dog, then at least save them. And you hold L1 and press X to reload, like that. There you go. And to be honest, I didn't really like the controls at the start of this game. I found them clunky, counterintuitive, and hard to get to grips with. By the end, I thought they were great, so I recommend you stick with it if you feel the same way I did. But at least you can run in this game if you hold down the X button, which is what I am doing at the moment. That almost made me jump out of my skin. That's absolutely fine. Did you know this game came out originally in 2005? Yeah. It was part of a GameCube exclusive called the Capcom 5, which always sounds ominous whenever I think about it. There was a deal made between Nintendo and Capcom to make 5 exclusive games for the GameCube. They were Beautiful Joe, Killer 7, Dead Phoenix, PN03, I have no idea what that one is, and Resident Evil 4. But Resident Evil 4's exclusivity lasted for about 10 months, and then got quickly ported to every system going. So obviously this game came out originally on GameCube, right? It was then ported to PS2, PC, Wii, iOS, yeah, I played that as well for a little bit, PS3, Xbox 360, Android, PS4, Xbox One, and finally Nintendo Switch. They have ported this game so many times, it's like Final Fantasy VII's level of porting, you know? Excuse me, ladies and germs, do you have a spare moment to answer some questions about a US president's daughter? I'm just gonna quickly just save my ass here. Oh my god. They're coming in through the window! I need to quickly grab the shotgun on the wall. You're not getting up here, sir. Whoa! And I'm dead. How on earth did they all get up there? Back off out of it. Whoa! No, 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 no! Jump out the freaking window! Oh, I've survived them. Whoa, buddy.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Leon is actually quite funny throughout this game. He has really good one-liners.
I've sent my right hand to dispose of you.
Your right hand comes off?
Now that we've kind of gone through that kind of first town area, terrifying although it was, we can now start progressing into, I guess, the meat of the game, which is traveling around trying to find clues to find Ashley, who is the US President's daughter. And as always, we're rewarded for looking around and going off the beaten path to find us some extra ammo, some health. Resident Evil 4's answer to horror is to hoard you with enemies until the point where you can't back up anymore. And the thing is, it forces you to spam and waste all your bullets just trying to survive. But it has a good balance of hitting you with large groups of people that sends you into a blind panic. And then you have these long, drawn-out moments where not very much happens at all, which kind of adds to the eeriness. You start to build up a false sense of security, thinking that you are currently okay. You start to let your guard down because, like, oh, well, I killed everyone in the region. I must be safe, everything's fine. So you're probably thinking, Rich, where are the zombies? The whole point of Resident Evil games is that it is a zombie game. I've got something better for you. Parasites. Yes, a parasite called the Las Plagas, who turns everyone into a mindless, flesh-eating bullet sponge. So a zombie. And over time, we soon discover the underground cult called the Los Illuminados, or as Leon likes to pronounce it,
The Los Illuminados.
hey, I'm walking here. Oh, that's fresh comedy. And it's not really a spoiler to tell you that this place is insane, including its cultist leader, Sadler.
Just because you killed my small-time subordinate.
Sadler, you're small time.
No.
I mean, wasn't that funny, but okay. So let's talk a little bit about the visuals. I think the visuals are actually pretty good, and I actually thought the visuals were really good on the GameCube when it officially came out. Leon looks great with decent detailing on his outfit, the character models are good, the locations are good. Generally, everything looks dank and miserable, which of course adds to the atmosphere that the game was going for. I do want to say, however, that this game is begging for a remake. Like a visual overhaul that Resi 2 and Resi 3 had, with amazing lighting effects. The textures are a little bit dated. I mean, it's a dated game. That's the thing, really. The game came out in 2005. The rules were different. But Resi 4 still looks good. It still looks the part. There are games that come out today that actually don't really compare to this. And this, of course, brings me nicely to the biggest addition to the Resi series. Quick time events. Oh, good God. Oh, good God. Whoa. This is probably the big increase to the Resi series, adding to that kind of action they were going for. Also, it comes out of nowhere, even in cutscenes where you think you're safe and you can put your controller down. And you could be simply walking down a corridor and then suddenly quick time event. This causes you to be on edge all the time. So we also brought over to another main story point, which is Leon has been injected with the very same parasite, and it's not really a spoiler, it's happened in the first 40 minutes. And also the game's been out for friggin' years, for God's sake. So now the clock is ticking for you to save Leon and save Ashley. Yeet. Woo! It's so cheesy, it's brilliant. Also, Leon's lost his jacket, so that sucks.
Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
And the cheesy liners just keep on going. And we're introduced to my favourite character. This guy is brilliant. I love the frickin' merchant. He is, without a doubt, the funniest and frickin' charismatic person you'll meet in this entire goddamn game.
Got something that might interest you.
When you speak to this guy, you can buy and upgrade weapons, sell treasures you find lying around, and he reacts to everything you do in the shop. It's frickin' hilarious.
Is that old Is that old stranger? Thank you.
He is everywhere you go, and he is the key to help you get through this game. And it's the merchant again.
Got something that might interest you.
One day he's gonna get his dick out, isn't he? But he will also be the reason why you spend ages managing your inventory. When you get to the late stage of the game, it turns into a minigame in itself. It's like a shit version of Tetris. But I got rifle now, so it's easily the most powerful weapon in the game. Leon handles it like he's handling his dick, because it's even at that kind of level. So we need to take out these guys so as not to cause major panic to Richard in the future. Yes! One-shot death. Okay. It's all in the gameplay, ladies and gents. Yes. It's like one-hit kill. Whoa! You're trying to stab me through the hole in the wall. Uh-oh. The music started up. I guess we can talk about the music now. The soundtrack is also really good in this game. It's mostly atmospheric sounds until you're under attack and then suddenly the band rolls in and suddenly it's... It drowns out all of the senses. But what if we take this scene, for example, and put in another track in its place? Much calmer. Is it just me or does this work really, really well? Whoa, you're a corpse! You, sir, are a corpse. I need to break through here, and then you get the elegant mask. Anything else for me? No, I'm dying on my arse, but that's fine. So the band just runs. I can just picture a band following Leon around. Just like, oh, it's our time, gents. Doom, 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 doom. The level design's really good as well. They've designed the areas to work well with the controls that they've chosen for this game. This wouldn't work if you had free movement. It works really well together. Here he comes. And now I have to use my pistol to rail as many frickin' bullets into this guy's head as I can. I did it! Phew! Hey, it's the family come to greet me. The thing is as well, this game notices when you're low on ammo because there have been times when I've been severely low on ammo and I'm like, oh god, how on earth can I make it out of this alive? And then next thing you know, all the bad guys you've killed just have these amazing drops where they just drop all the ammo and everything you need to get out of the situation. It's like, huh, that's helpful. They weren't doing that for a really long time, but now all of a sudden they are. Can I grab the shotgun shells? Brilliant, brilliant. So even though I use a lot of shotgun shells to take them out, the game has rewarded me with more shotgun shells. It's tough but fair. I haven't really spoken much about Ashley yet and where she comes in terms of gameplay. Well, allow me to fill you in. You actually find her surprisingly quite early on.
Ashley.
Don't come!
I'm sorry. And then the game introduces a tag-along mechanic which involves telling her to climb into bins to protect her from being kidnapped, manage her health, tell her to stand on switches. You even have to catch her as apparently she can't climb down ladders. Ashley is easily the most annoying character in the entire game. I swear this game's aimed at horny teenagers, because the amount of times you accidentally see up Ashley's skirt, or just about, it's freaking ridiculous. If they decide to remake it, I hope they reduce the amount of time you interact with her. I really do. She is freaking annoying. Also, she gets kidnapped again and again and again. Although there was this really funny moment when I was trying to free her and I accidentally shot her. Oh, whoops.
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
We're going to die. She's just so whingy and always complains about everything.
Where are you going, Leon?
Away from you! As you can probably tell from this point, the game is really fun and it's highly addictive. There is something about this 15-year-old game, even for someone who does not like horror games, who almost goes out of his way to avoid them at all cost, can somehow find something strangely addictive about it. I think it's got something to do with the gameplay and the challenge behind it. That's gonna cost you your life. You poke me with your fork, I'll fucking shoot you with my goddamn gun. And I remember there is a small little bastard snake. Aha! Got you. 15 out of 15. Cool. So now I can go back and trade the blue medallions with the merchant to get a new pistol. The Punisher. It's not the best gun ever. I could probably sell it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I think it's highly important that you don't take this game seriously. It's not a serious game, and that's kind of what I like about it. I think that's what kind of drew me to play this rather than the other Resident Evil games. Oh god, another quick time moment. Whoop. That was close. He fell for it! I was like, he's not going to be that dumb, is he? Turns out he is. Ha! You thought you could get me, didn't you? This is on professional difficulty, and I'm actually doing okay. I don't want to toot my own horn, but like, I'm doing alright. I'm quite surprised. I imagine later in the game it's going to be a pain in the ass. So there's a trophy I'll quickly want to get whilst I'm here, which is just... There we go. Had to shoot the water. Okay, let's get on the boat to start our first boss battle. And again, this plays into what I was saying before about don't take this game seriously, because we're about to have a fight with a freaking mutant fish. Only Resi 4 can you possibly do that. We've got to move out of the way. Whoa, jeez, that was close. He's got so many freaking harpoons in him. There he is, there he is. Right in the freaking face. And that's the thing, it's a memorable fight. It's a memorable boss fight. Quickly, Leon, slice your own freaking legs. And there we go. We beat the horrible mutant fish monster thing. And thus the effects of the parasite are starting to take over. Freaking disgusting. Oh, it was all a dream. That's okay, everyone. It's fine, it was just a dream. Or was it? And now it is dark and raining. Now we are really in a place we shouldn't be. From this point onward, the game only gets more ridiculous, and there are so many more memorable moments and boss fights to come. I managed to beat it in just under 16 hours playtime, and you know what, if they remake this game, I would 100% play it again. I think the story's really good, the gameplay clunky to start with, but you eventually get into it, characters are good, visuals are dated but still look great. It's scary in places, but it's not terrifying to the point I wanted to put the game down. Because even if I, a self-proclaimed scaredy cat, can play Resi 4, then I'm sure you can as well. Will I play the Resident Evil games? I don't know. Maybe, but I know they're not like this, so I might be disappointed if I want to check out the other ones. But I thought it was great, it deserves all the praise it gets. I mean, it's well worth your time if you haven't played it yet. So I think I'm going to leave it here for now. If you have played it or are going to, what are your thoughts about it? Please let me know in the comment section below. Also, what is your scariest game to play this Halloween season? Please let me know. Either way, I'm glad I played it, I'm glad I've beaten it, and now I can go scratch it off the list. It's an RPG. That's really cool. I like that, that's good. 2 down, 98 to go.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses.
Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty?
Story of my life.
Oh, Leon, you flirt. Go home. Hey there, just want to say thank you very much for watching my video. Feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it. And also subscribe to the channel as well to see more videos like this coming out very soon. I want to say a very quick happy Halloween. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Be safe. And hopefully see you in the future video. Ta-ra.